welcome back to my channel. It's Chantel here. If you just see my face for the first time, I am a YouTuber based in Nigeria, and if you like what you see already, please do well to click on the red subscribe button by your right hand side and the bell icon that shows up after, so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. Let's just dive into what today's video is all about. You guys, I've just been filming in different spaces lately. This is actually my room at my mom's house. I am redoing my space. If you follow my vlogs, you'd have heard me talk about it some time ago. And I just came here today to receive some of the woodwork from one of my vendors and decided to just film here as well. And I love how it looks already. It's not done, it's about 70% done. I'll be sure to show you guys when the whole process is complete. So I'll do like a before and an after video so you guys can see the changes I made here. It's looking really bomb. If you like what you see already, let me know in the comments or give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, so let's dive into today's video. But before we do though, I want to talk about what is already going on in the world, actually, the epidemic that is everywhere right now, the coronavirus. You must be living under a rock if you've not heard of the coronavirus. Right now, it's in Nigeria. It has hit our doorstep now. I'm sure most of us have already researched the symptoms of the virus and things to look out for. I just want to reiterate that by creating my own little awareness on this same matter. So number one, look out for people who are sneezing, people who are coughing unusually, and people who have fever. Right now, fever doesn't always mean malaria or normal fever. It could be tied to the virus. And always try to sanitize your hands. Wash your hands after you come back from anywhere, whatever you touch. If you get in contact with someone and you get home immediately, wash your hand with a disinfectant. So also have hand sanitizer on you at all times. If you want to be dramatic, I don't feel like it's dramatic though, but so many other people look at it as being dramatic. Please wear your mask. I know people that go around with masks and hand gloves now. Prevention is really better than cure in this regard, because nobody wants to be the person to bring the virus and infect your family members or your close friends or anybody you hang out with, basically. So please, we really need to be careful this period. Watch out for these signs and symptoms. You can go online. There are a bunch of breakdowns on the issue at hand. I don't want to go so in depth. I just to bring this to you guys before I continue. Okay, stay safe, guys. Please be so careful. Watch out for all the signs and symptoms and don't take anything lightly. Okay, if you see anything that is unusual, call the number that has been circulating around. Guys can report these people and they can come and quarantine them. Okay, yeah. So moving on into my video, I am someone who has been in Nigeria all her life. I was born and bred here. Primary, secondary, university has been in Nigeria. So the things I'm going to tell you guys in this video are tested and trusted. Like, I have lived these things. This video is primarily for non-Nigerians that are seeking to relocate to Nigeria. Yes, guys, there are some people that relocate to Nigeria, be it non-Nigeria by birth or outright non-Nigerian by nationality. This video is actually for you. These are things that you should look out for when you're thinking to move into Nigeria or you're visiting, maybe a long stay or just a short stay. These are things that you should look out for, and you shouldn't be surprised when you come across people that exhibit these behaviors or whatever, any of these things that you see, okay? Because they are part of us in this part of the world. Number one, our processes here are somewhat slow. Say for instance, you want to get a driver's license in Nigeria. Ideally, you should go through the driving test and all of that whole shebang. But in Nigeria, before you even get to the part of the driving test, before it's settled, that's if you ever get settled, you have to wait for a long period of time for all of that to happen. Our processes are not streamlined at all. Secondly, let's say for instance you want to get an international passport. You go to the passport office, which is something that is very easy in other countries. You just go capture, they tell you to come back for your pickup and all of that. You pay your money. But in Nigeria here, some days you go there and they tell you there's no passport, there's no booklet. You can go someday, they say they can't capture, there's no light. So these things are things that you should put into consideration when you're coming to use especially government owned services in Nigeria. You should have patience, because the day you feel like you might go there and get it will definitely not be the day. You just have to be patient and give it ample time. Say for instance you want to use this thing in a month, don't start going to the office 1 week prior to the date you want to use it. Start going a month before that day, so you have ample time for these things to work and you get your thing and move on. So our processes are not streamlined at all. We're a third world nation, and I know that we're working towards being better in every area, but for now it's not nice. Our hemisphere in this regard is crappy. Okay? I'm just going to be very sincere in this video, so nobody should come for me. If there's anything that you feel like I'm not saying the truth, please let me know in the comment. And if you've experienced any of the things I have mentioned or I'm about to mention, also let me know down below. Okay? Number 2, if you read a course overseas that requires a license, for you to practice in Nigeria, you need to come back here and do a training course and get into the system by being inducted into the association of where you are in. For instance, medicine, law, I think engineering as well. So in Nigeria here, we don't just assimilate you into our process from wherever you're coming from, whatever country you're coming from, be it the UK or the US, because our educational processes are quite different. Number 3, Nigerians like to party. Ever heard of the song called Lagos Party by Banky W? And no party like a Lagos party, cause a Lagos party, da 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 da. I don't know the lyrics, but yeah. Be it a birthday party, a wedding, or even a burial, in this part of the world, we go all out. Like no stone is left unturned. If you're visiting or you've never been before and you're relocating to Nigeria and you see us going all out when it comes to parties, please don't be surprised, because it's a way of life here. It's part of us. It's part and parcel of us. We even go all out sometimes to wear colorful regal outfits called ashrebi to feel among and just make it more colorful and make the whole occasion very regal and sophisticated. So yes, Nigerians love to party. If you have just come across it, don't be surprised. It's part of us. Okay? Yeah. Number 4. Nigerians are religious fanatics. This part is tiring. Like on a 1 kilometer road, you could get like 10 churches. When I mean 10 churches, 10 different denominations of churches, from Catholic to Anglican to Pentecostal. Sometimes in a building, say for a 2-story building, you can have like 4 churches in the same building, and their church times are at the same time. Their members are different, but their church time at the same time. Church days at the same time. So you're in this service and you're hearing what the other pastor is preaching. That's how we rule in this part of the world. Even those that are traditionalists are fanatics. Like everybody goes to the extreme when it comes to religion in this country. So if you've just come across this thing and you're like, oh my god, what is going on here? We have been used to it, we were born in it, and we have been living it all our lives. So yeah, it's nothing to worry about. It's just who we are. Number 5, things in Nigeria are way cheaper than every other part of the world. This is primarily due to the exchange rate, because our exchange rate is quite low. Say for instance, when you buy something from the UK, say, let me say a dress. No, a dress is too much. I'm trying to think of everyday things. Say fruits from Asda. Now you get banana for like £5. In Nigeria, that £5 you can get banana of £5 in Nigeria is like a whole basket of banana. So maybe because of the exchange rate. When I traveled, I was constantly calculating. My brother was like, you better stop because you might go mental. Don't do that. You get. So in Nigeria here, our things are way cheaper because of our exchange rate. So if you're seeking to come here, just know that you save more. The number 6 thing to look out for is that Nigerians are really helpful. You can never really be stranded in this part of the world without getting help. Although you have to watch out for those who are willing to help you, but they are giving you the wrong help. For example, you need direction to somewhere in, say, Lagos State, and you come across 3 people. Number 1 person knows the place and he points it to you, but you're progressing and you still need more direction. Yeah, you ask the next person. He or she doesn't know the place, but because they want to be very helpful, they point you to the wrong direction. So you just have to be wary of people like that and use your Google Map if you do not want to ask people. But overall, Nigerians are really helpful. We always like to come through for ourselves, especially strangers. A stranger is never really stranded in Nigeria. Yeah, I think so. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I feel like Nigerians are really helpful. When they see somebody that is stranded, they like to help out in any little way they can, except monetary. Number 7, Nigerians are really private people. We are so hush-hush about a lot of things. From being pregnant to getting married to starting up a business to money in our account to how much we are paid on our jobs. We are really hush-hush. We are really mute about a lot of things. Maybe because of the perilous times we live in this country. So not everybody tries to be very careful on who should share vital information like this with. When things happen both spiritually and physically. So you see somebody that is pregnant, and when you hear that she was pregnant, it's when she has given birth to the child. That's how we roll in this part of the world. It's unlike other parts of the world like the US, and you see all these social media people, they will put their baby bump and say 32 weeks. In Nigeria, that's not happening. Your friend that you even talk to every time, unless people are really closely knitted, will not tell you that he or she is pregnant. She, rather, not he. What is wrong with me? That she's pregnant until maybe the bump shows or she's even about giving birth. Like, that's how we roll. And nobody takes offense to things like this anymore because it's just a lifestyle here. So we're really hush hush, we're really private people, and don't go being intrusive when you go to Nigeria because you might not like the approach that you get from the person. Nobody wants anybody nosing into their business in this part of the world. My 8th point is most Nigerians are entitled. Guys, have you ever come across people that assist you in their workplace? Like their workplace, they're being paid for that, for giving you that assistance, but they stand by your side and they're giving you the eye like, yeah, where's my tip, guy? You have to give me something for this help I just gave to you. Which is, I don't feel like it's synonymous with Nigeria. I feel like it's something all over the world. But in Nigeria, they are a little bit more entitled. I know that in the UK, in the US, they ask for tips. They have a tip jar in most restaurants and public places. But here in Nigeria, they are looking at you like, where is my tip? Even when you give them something small, they're like, their eyes already tell you like, what is this thing that you're giving to me? Instead, hold your money. I don't need this rubbish if this is what you're going to give to me. So yeah, Nigerians are really, some Nigerians, I don't want to generalize, some Nigerians are really entitled. Excuse me, are really entitled. So don't get offended when you come across people like that. My 9th point is data services here in Nigeria are so expensive and crappy. You pay shitload of money for data here in this country, and you get the worst service ever. For instance, you pay for 2x2 worth of bandwidth here. For those of us who are techie, you go on ahead to do a speed test and you find out that what you're being given is less than 1x1, which is crazy. And they charge you for 2x2. So I don't know how to go about this thing. It's crazy here. Like, our service in terms of internet is crappy. It's the worst. As a YouTuber, for me to upload, for me to put out videos that you guys see, I have to use like 2 or 3 internet service providers. What helps me go by, which is something I'm going to share with you guys, is to jump on the bandwagon of any new service provider that's in the market. Say for instance, SpectraNet is new now. I just jump on the bandwagon because I know that their services are really good at the time because they don't have a lot of congestion. But if they stay in the market for like a year and people start patronizing and start getting customers, just know that it will drop from here to here, and you just jump down from that bandwagon and get ready to jump on the next one that is available. It's crazy. It's just a mini manimal situation here when it comes to data service. It's crappy. So put that in mind when you're coming back to Nigeria or you're thinking of visit. The 10th point is actually really closely related to internet service, and that is power. This part of Nigeria needs deliverance. Like, we need a deliverance minister to just touch all our machines. There's nothing God cannot do. All our power devices, and just pray for them because our power situation in this country is crazy. Right now I'm filming this video, I'm using generator. Like, there's no win-win. You can never have 24 hours of light. I know that there are places in Nigeria where I've heard that they have 24 hours of light, but out of 100%, that's just 1% that is enjoying that. It's crazy out here. You can't even boast of light. Even when you boast of the light for maybe 10 hours or 7 hours in a day, which is really unlikely to happen. At the end of the month, the bill that is coming in is outrageous. You're wondering, is it because of this light you gave me consecutively for 3 days that is causing this thing? The power situation here is crazy. Living in this country is a lot of work. So if this is your first time in Nigeria, you're thinking of visiting, the noise you hear between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. is not an earthquake. It's generator sound from different people's compounds. We're just trying to make a living and not die of meningitis or heat. That is why we turn on these devices, for them to bring artificial light to our houses. It's one of a kind. So our advice that if you're a phone lover and you can deal with the heat during the day, you get a power bank that can keep your phone alive all through the day, because once your phone dies and there's no light, there's really no way for you to charge your phone if you're not going to turn on your generator. The 11th and final point I'm going to share with you guys in this video is our food. Nigeria food is art. from our local dishes to the intercontinental, we have it A plus. Like, we are covered in this regard. If you want to eat the best food in the world, just come to Nigeria. We have an array of options to choose from. Our food is our delicacy. I'm not saying this because I'm Nigerian, because I've traveled to other parts of the world and I have seen that our delicacy is 100. Everything about Nigerian food is really nice. Although, if you're not a spicy food lover, you might want to tone it down a bit with having so much of our food. Like, for instance, when I went to Nando's, I ordered the spicy rice and they put it on. They had like a checklist, and it said really hot and spicy. I tasted this and I'm like, where's the pepper? What is going on here? So compared to us, that they are just learning, because our food is really, really spicy. So if you're not one to like spicy food, you might not necessarily like our food, but be sure to tell the food vendor or wherever you're getting your food to tone it down on the pepper, and you enjoy it as well, because our food in terms of taste is superb. So with all of that out of the way, this marks the end of today's video. I am proudly a Nigerian. Will I like to change some of the ugly things happening in this country? Yes, of course. We are a work in progress, like I mentioned earlier, and some of these things are going to change in the nearest future. I feel like we are blessed regardless. Do you have any other info that you wish that those in diaspora that are thinking of visiting this country should hear, or relocating permanently here? Do you have anything that you want to share with them? Please let us know in the comment section. And if you liked watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and share as well to those you think might need it. If you haven't subscribed up to this point, please do so as well by clicking on the subscribe button by the right hand side and the notification bell that shows up after, so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. I love you for watching today. Thank you, and see you in my next one. Bye. When you go all ahead, since you paid for 2x2 band, what?